In diesem Kampf, der für Indien ein Kampf Sein oder Nichtsein ist, kann es nur einen Ausgang geben, unseren gemeinsamen Sieg. Lang leben die drei Paktmächte und ihre Verbündeten. Lang lebe das freie Indien.
When Prime Minister Attlee was told, and he came to this thing and he was staying with the Chief Justice at that time, he said, why did you leave India? After all, you had won the Second World War. Gandhi had almost got this thing on that, this thing like that. The worst was over. The Quit India movement had flopped in 1942. What was such much a tearing hurry in 47 that you said that, no, we have to go immediately? He said it was not that. It was the spark that Bose had created among the soldiers of the Indian Army. And we had seen 1857, 2.5 million, 25 lakh Indian soldiers had returned victorious from the Second World War. And when the incidents like this started taking place, there was this thing, revolt in the Karachi Navaldak base, there was this thing in Jabalpur, there was this thing in Asansol, and so many places, and people joined the INA. He said, we knew we will not be able to take this country and hold this country. It was the threat of Subhash Bose, a rising of Indian nationalism, that we knew it's a matter of time. And if we do not quit voluntarily, we will quit in a way that will be a bloodbath. So they believe in themselves. When he says, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga," do you know how much of a blood he gave? It is the sole example in the annals of warfare where 2/3 attrition took place in the Indian National Army. 2/3 people died of their entire strength of 60,000. And still, they kept on fighting and were even tried in independent India after that. And the government never rehabilitated this thing or integrated them into the Indian Army. But anyway, that's... When people followed Subhash Chandra Bose, it is because those people of the Indian National Army trusted him. Ye aadmi hame azadi dilayega. Because